Hi, this is Tweety, and this is your latest dose of Soccer Manager. Okay, so what I've done. Okay, well, I've got Derby County, of course, which is my career that I'm actually bringing to you. I have had a comment from someone who wanted me to take a club in their sort of league as well. So what I did is I took over Leeds United, another, well, I say low side, but not low side, just, First Division Championship sort of side. So I'll have a look at that in a moment. So it's going to be a bit of an extended sort of episode, this. So I'll look at that in a moment and show you a little bit about that. But let's hop back into Derby County, and I'll show you my last result, which I'm pretty positive about. And I'll show you my squad, how it's coming together. Okay, so first of all, let's look at my schedule, and we'll see when it comes up that I drew my first game, lost my second game, so I made several signings to beef up my squad, and I won Southampton 3-0, so really positive about that, really good result. So I'll just click on the match report. That was sadly Bywater's last game for me, because Wojciech Szczesny has signed, so I'm really pleased about that. Now, I did win my my last game 3-0, and what did I tell you? Toni Kroos and Nicola Gaitan, quality players. They failed to let you down. I am kind of guilty of signing them all the time, but wherever possible, I'd recommend anybody sign them, because they're really good players, both on the up, really good. So let's look at the match statistics. You can see that I stuck with a 3 at back, because I'm a big believer in 3 at back. Not all the time, but it is a good formation to have 3 at the back. I had 57% possession, 30 shots on goal, 13 on target, and of course I scored 3. Quite good. Obviously, the match commentary, when you go into that just tells you a breakdown of what happened. So, for example, the first goal was in 11 minutes. Toni Kroos converts a fantastic cross with well-placed header. You know what I mean? So it gives you an idea of what your player did to score the goal. So it's quite good. A little bit detailed, so it's quite good for an online manager game. So looking at my side, let's look at the squad. As you can see, it is coming together. Only got 2.4 million, but I have got some players to kind of play with as well, some other players. I'd like to get, with the exception of the goalkeeper, a player for each position. For example, I've got Kamara, Lombards and Lescott for my 3 centre-backs. I'd like to get 3 more for cup games and things, so I'll make some signings maybe in a later episode, and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing. Same goes for Kagawa and Kroos. They can't play every game this season. I want to need some more attacking mids, so we'll look at that as well. So if I just go back to my main page, like so, I'm going to quickly hop into the Leeds United. Now, I've not been into it since yesterday, but I've got 2 new messages. Now, I've kind of gone a bit berserk with this. I've already been in touch with one manager, and that manager's agreed to sell me Kolarov, that manager being Manchester City, of course. Now, this is only the first season, so Leeds pretty much start with the resources they started with before. As you can see, I've signed Kolarov. Now, as you can see, this little tab here, it says one or more of your players on your shortlist have had a rating change or position change. What that means is that it means that something's happened with a player you've either got or that you have on your shortlist. That player could have either gone at a rating increase, a rating decrease, or a positional change. It doesn't really matter to me, because it doesn't really affect me. I'm not sure why it's on at the moment. There might be a problem with it, because I've not really got any players that have been in the leagues that they're changing. Because the current leagues that they're updating is the Argentinian league and players like that. But I don't have any of those players, so I'm a bit confused why it's come up on my club messages. But maybe someone can tell me why that is. Not sure. So looking at the transfers, I'll just show you the transfers for a moment. and players in bids. I've got 10 players in bids. Obviously, I've already signed Kolarov for 5.7, which I think is a steal. And I've got players in bids at the moment as well. Now, these are the players I've got in bids. You might recognise one or two of them, but like I said, I'm a bit of a sucker for some similar players that do well. Victor Ruiz, I've got him. Hopefully, I'm going to get him from Valencia. Quality centre back. He's only just started coming through. He's on the up. He possibly could hit a 90. He's a quality player. He, to be honest with you, he's the new partner for Rami at Valencia at centre half. So really good left-footed centre back as well. Difficult to find good ones. So pleased with him if I get him. Also Thiago Alcantara from Barcelona. Now again, might seem unrealistic. Alcantara going to Leeds, but you know, this is a game after all. You know, it's just like any other soccer management game. You can buy who you want. You know, more sophisticated soccer manager games are going to block your transfer because the player doesn't want to come to you. But this is an online game. It's a big game. It's the thing that dreams are made of. You know, you're going to want to sign the top class players, and this makes that possible. So it's quite interesting. You know, and as you go through, you know, and after 1 or 2, 3 seasons. No, none of the players at the clubs have started at anyway, nearly. So yeah, it's going to be a good signing. So yeah, I didn't have too much money to spend. I only had 20 million with this club. However, I have kind of done a bit of wheeling and dealing. Got a few young players like Elliot Hewitt, Nick Powell, Nathan Redmond. These all 3 players are predicted to have big careers. But we'll see more about that shortly. So just before I do leave you, I am going to look at the actual division that I'm in. So I'm in the 2nd division, which is classed as the Championship, and there is a team I just want to draw your attention to, and there's no games been played yet, and that's Manchester City. You'll see here that I've already befriended this player, and basically I've signed Kolarov off him. Now what he said as well is that he'd be happy to loan me, temporarily of course, a player. Now because I'm struggling in central midfield, I think James Milner is probably the best option. With him being 90 rated, I think that it's a good idea. He's both-footed, so obviously a good addition. So rather than making a transfer bid, I'll make a loan bid. And then hopefully at some stage he'll get back to me and he'll either accept it or decline it. But he did say that he'd be happy for me to have him. Now let me just have a quick look at his side. Now obviously he's signed 5 players. Now it's only just started this game, but he's already recognised that he needed a better goalkeeper, so he's gone for the best goalkeeper on the game, Iker Casillas. Quality player. He's 30 now, but that doesn't really matter because for a goalkeeper 30 is good, because you know that's when they start to peak, and he's at his peak at the moment, and he'll probably stay at 95 for a few more seasons. So good signing. Let's look at the other players. Bastian Schweinsteiger, absolute world-class central midfielder. Germany is, if not the best, one of the best. It pains me to say it being English, but one of the best players and countries in the world for football. So really good signing there. Obviously Lionel Messi, probably arguably the best player in the world. Now Ibrahimovic and David Villa, although the ratings are quite high, they do puzzle me why he's gone for both of them. However, he might have a plan to try and get some of the best signings in the world. They are good players, both in their own right, both score goals, so it'd be interesting to see what they do this season, how many goals they score and things like that. So yeah, there you have it. So that's the pretty much the basis of that team. So as I've said, you know, I'm going to be possibly bringing more about this Leeds United game as well, but mainly I'm going to stick with the Derby County game, because that is the one that I started with, and that's what I'm going to continue with. But like I said, you know, if anybody's got any tips, suggestions for me, or anything that they want to tell me about, be my guest. I'm more than open to criticism as well as compliment. But like I said, it's entirely up to yourself. So once again, this is Tweaky signing off. Speak to you soon.